Before the first engine revs, we must conquer the Earth, stripping away 3 meters of topsoil to reach the bedrock that will support our heavy history. Precision is our starting line. A single centimeter of error here would compromise the aerodynamics of the entire structural shell.
We encounter a subterranean shelf of solid rock, requiring the brute force of hydraulic teeth to carve out the museum's lower vault.
Displacement at this scale is a choreographed dance of mechanical power and logistical timing.
10,000 cubic meters of earth are relocated to create the negative space where the foundation will soon rest.
Geotechnical integrity is non-negotiable when the roof load is designed to mimic the downforce of a Formula One car.
Environmental control keeps the site viable as we prepare for the transition from excavation to stabilization. Every square inch is hammered into a dense, unyielding plate, ready to bear the weight of steel and glass.
The race against the weather means the site never sleeps, pushing through the dark to stay on the critical path.
Light becomes our ruler, ensuring the subterranean drainage systems align with the building's future spine. The skeleton of the museum begins to arrive in raw, oxidized segments. Hand-tied precision creates the internal mesh that will prevent the foundation from cracking under thermal expansion. This steel web is the silent partner of the concrete, providing the tensile strength necessary for wide-open gallery spans.
The first pour is imminent, requiring a steady, uninterrupted flow of high PSI mixture.
Logistics are the heartbeat of the build. If one truck stalls, the entire slab is at risk of a cold joint. Liquid stone fills the voids, locking the steel into a permanent, monolithic embrace. Finishing the floor to a mirror-like flatness is essential for the display of low-profile racing machines. Mechanical friction closes the pores of the concrete, creating a surface as tough as the track at Le Mans. Chemical hydration must be managed carefully to ensure the slab reaches its maximum design strength.
We dictate where the building will breathe, preempting cracks by engineering points of relief.
The internal organs of the museum, water, waste, and fire suppression, are buried deep within the earth. Heat and metal fuse to create a pressurized system that will serve the facility for a century.
The scars of the excavation are healed as we return the site to a clean slate for vertical construction.
Stability is achieved through layer-by-layer compaction, ensuring no shifting occurs beneath the heavy displays.
Preparation is complete. The stage is set for the museum's skeleton to pierce the skyline. The heavy hitters arrive to begin the vertical ascent. Five tons of I-beam are about to be hoisted by a single steel cable. We have liftoff. The museum's vertical profile begins to break the horizon.
Torque specifications are checked and doubled. Every bolt carries the weight of history.
A 3D grid emerges, tracing the outlines of what will become the Grand Hall. Human intuition and mechanical force work in tandem to align 1,000-pound components. Architectural flair enters the frame as we move beyond simple boxes into aerodynamic geometry.
Molten metal binds the structure, transforming individual beams into a single, rigid exoskeleton.
Floor by floor, the museum claims its volume in the sky.
We are bonding the future concrete floors to the steel heart of the building. Gravity is defied as we pump tons of liquid stone 40 feet into the air. Eliminating air pockets ensures the floor can withstand the concentrated weight of vintage engines.
This void will become the museum's focal point. a vertical gallery of mechanical evolution.
These brackets will hold the transparent skin that allows the world to look in.
Precise climate control is essential to preserve the delicate upholstery and paint of million-dollar classics.
The central nervous system of the building is powered up.
Safety layers are applied, protecting the structure from the unthinkable. Luxury meets industrial strength as the interior finishes begin their arrival.
A secondary structure is built just to allow the craftsman access to the roof's complex curves. Even the walls pay homage to the materials of modern racing.
The wing defines the building's silhouette, providing shade and an aggressive stance.
Thousands of pounds of torque pull the wing into its final, soaring position.
The museum gets its eyes, reflecting the clouds and the surrounding landscape.
A weather-tight seal ensures the roar of the exterior world stays outside. The structural phase concludes. The masterpiece has its shape.
We build a crane within a building to install the Car-Vator, the world's largest vehicle lift. Friction is the enemy of smooth motion in this vertical display. 5 tons of lift capacity, tested to a 200% safety margin. Lighting is used to guide the visitor's eye, tracing the lines of the legendary cars. We must manage the echoes in a hall designed to house the thunder of V12 engines. The floor isn't just a surface, it's a narrative of the racetrack.
Keeping the air free of particulates is the first line of defense in automotive conservation.
Every angle is watched to protect these irreplaceable icons of speed. Architecture and nature find a balance as we landscape the surrounding grounds.
A final marker of the museum's presence on the global stage. At night, the building transforms into a glowing beacon of engineering.
The transition from a construction site to a sanctuary begins with the smallest details.
This is where history is maintained, a working laboratory for the internal combustion engine.
Even the cars on display are kept in ready-to-race condition. The residents arrive to take their places in the grand design. Every angle is calculated for maximum visual impact. The heart of the machine is celebrated in its own dedicated gallery. Light becomes the sculptor, emphasizing the speed built into the metal.
Hospitality meets high-octane culture.
Education is integrated into the architecture through digital storytelling. Years of planning and months of labor are scrutinized for the final handoff.
A permanent record of the hands that built this monument. The builders depart, leaving behind a new landmark of speed and steel. A new day begins for the history of racing.
Perfection is maintained through relentless daily care.
The building breathes its first breath as the public arrives. The museum's true purpose is to inspire the next generation of engineers. From the air, the museum's silhouette mimics a car cutting through the wind. Architecture that doesn't just hold history, but reflects the beauty of its environment. Kinetic architecture in action, the building itself is a machine. Engineering silence in a world of high decibel history. The museum becomes a social hub, a place where culture and speed intersect. Celebrating the milestones of human ingenuity. A beacon of progress, standing on a foundation of grit. Every material choice was made to tell the story of the future. Tested by the elements, the structure remains unshakable. Advanced chemistry protecting the integrity of the build. A connection between the mechanical earth and the infinite sky.
A cycle of maintenance ensures the museum never ages. Constant motion within a static masterpiece.
A brand of excellence, etched in rock.
The building has become a pilgrimage site for those who worship at the altar of speed.
The human element remains at the center of every bolt and beam.
Total construction time, 18 months. Total vision, eternal. A landmark that redefines the horizon. The machines rest, but the structure stands ready for tomorrow. Architecture is the art we live in. Speed is the art we chase. Mission accomplished. The Race Car Museum is open.